Hello everyone and welcome to the second vlog of my Ecuador series, and today we are heading into the Amazon rainforest. Our trip began by taking a short flight from Quito to Coca. There we met the people of Sasa Lodge and were taken to their headquarters. There we had backpacks given to us that had a water bottle, energy bars and fruits, and a towel for long hikes. We then had to take an hour-long motorized canoe ride to another docking place where we took a regular canoe to where we were staying. The place that we were staying at was deep in the Amazon rainforest, and it took so long to get there, and we also had to hike. Alright guys, so I'm back on my main camera, and we're in the Amazon, and there are monkeys outside our hotel, and I want to try and find some. I don't know if you can hear, but all the crackling, they're monkeys. Those aren't monkeys. I don't know what those are. Yo, what? Are those capybaras? What are those? So those are actually not capybaras, but those were cooties, and they actually in fact are related to capybaras, and they are a type of rodent, and they're very popular in South America, and we ended up seeing a lot of them. I don't know if you guys can see that, but there's like stuff down there. There's a monkey. I also wanted to mention that this place where we were staying at is completely remote, and they do nothing to make the animals come to you. This is strictly all in the wild. They have no food out to feed these animals, and they also told us that being quiet is one of the most important things. That way you don't disturb the animals or scare them, so that is why throughout many of the clips I am talking pretty softly. All of those sounds are monkeys, and this is where we're staying. So Ecuador is split up to 3 different parts. You have the coast, highlands, which we were just at outside of Quito. Then you have the rainforest, which is on the other side of the Andes, and we're in the rainforest now, and there's just so much wildlife. We saw a caiman already. I saw like little rodents over there, and now the monkeys. And they're just everywhere in these trees, look. I still want to know what those animals were, because those weren't monkeys, those were like rodents, and I don't know what type of rodents are out here. And like I said, this is like right in our front yard. It's not even like anywhere else or like trails. This is like right outside, and you get to see monkeys. Later tonight we have a night excursion, and we're paired up in groups. If you want to think about this place kind of as like a camp, it's not like a lounge resort. You get to do a lot of, hiking, looking for animals here, which is awesome. So yeah, like I was saying, we do have a night excursion, and they gave us boots and everything, so it's going to be really fun. I don't know how much I'm going to be able to record because this is a pretty hefty camera, and for the past 2 vlogs I've been vlogging on my GoPro, just because they did say when you do come to these types of places to pack light, and the GoPro is super light and easy to record with, but it's not too good in low light. It is also extremely hot here, so I'm going to go back inside our cabin. It is air conditioned, which is really nice, but I hope you guys did enjoy this part of the vlog. I will see you guys later for the night excursion, if I can get any footage. Alright, so this is our hotel room that we're staying in the Amazon, and we have this awesome view of the Amazon rainforest. And this door right here opens up and there's just a complete drop off. It's crazy. But we saw monkeys here earlier, and later we're going for a night walk to a bridge, and then we're going to be returning here during nighttime. So we're leaving around 4:30. It's 2:30 right now, so we have a while to go ahead and relax right now. And I'm going to be bringing this GoPro along because it is a lot smaller and a lot lighter than my Sony a7S III, which is super heavy, and it also doesn't fit in the backpacks that we got, which you saw in the beginning, which are these right here. Also, let me know how you guys think of the GoPro footage. I've been using it for the past couple of vlogs. But yeah, this is the view, and it is just so freaking nice. And earlier today, it was actually raining crazy, so it really did clear up a bit. But I will check in with you guys once we start the walk to this super cool suspension bridge. We hiked for about 10 minutes on a trail to get to the actual bridge. And crazy fact, when they didn't have service at this camp, they would have to hike to this bridge just to get service to like call their family. And then we had to climb all the way up the stairs, and we were so high up and we were able to see above the canopy, and it was so cool. And we made it to the top of the suspension bridge. This is super cool. Amazing views. We're 133? 133 feet up. Wow. As I mentioned before, this place kind of works as a camp. You have a morning excursion and an evening/night excursion, and this was our evening and night excursion because we would be returning back to camp in the dark. We had a wonderful guide. His name was Christian, and he took us around everywhere around the rainforest, and he told us all about the different wildlife, including insects and birds. One thing they did give us were these rubber boots to protect us from any insects on the ground, such as ants. And overall, it was just amazing to hear all the rainforest sounds because it reminded me of all the sound effects that you search for on, these online sites have these amazing background noises, but I was really experiencing this in real life. It was so cool. It's honestly so crazy how, when you're down there, it's, almost pitch black, but when you get above the canopy, it's nice and clear. It's a little freaky that you can see through, and if you drop your phone, you're pretty much in bad luck, but luckily, we're all good. Wow, this is a lot longer than I was expecting, to be honest. I wish I had my drone, but I'm fairly new to the flying aspect of drones, so probably would have crashed it if I even had it, so good thing I don't. This is crazy. Awesome. Oh, sloths? That'd be so cool if we see a sloth. So unfortunately we didn't see any sloths here, but a few days later we went to this tree house similar to the bridge, and we did end up seeing a sloth. Hello everyone, it's Post Kaylee, and I wanted to apologize because I got no further rainforest footage. I did get photos, which I will show you in a minute, but it was so hard to record in the rainforest. We were dealing with bugs. It was, high humidity. Obviously, you're in the rainforest. It also rains whenever it wants to, so there was one morning, it started pouring down rain at 3 a.m., like the hardest rain I've ever seen, ever. And then it stopped at 11 a.m. Obviously, again, it's the rainforest. It rains whenever it wants to. So it actually did delay our first morning excursion, and it actually canceled it because there was just so much rain. We were going to see parrots and see a local village, but unfortunately it got canceled due to the rain. And then the night excursion, we did do the suspension bridge that you just saw. That was coming in the evening. That the whole bridge was the evening part, and then returning in the night, we actually got to see some really cool animals, and I'll put the pictures up on the screen right now. And so we first saw this really cool little gecko on a leaf. So that was really cool. We then saw this really weird beetle. There's a lot of weird insects out in the Amazon, so if you're not an insect person, that is one thing to be aware of. So this insect was really, really cool. And then at the very end of the trip, we saw this toad. This was probably the biggest toad I've ever seen, and I actually spotted it because of the red eye reflection. Later we did this with caimans, because if you actually go ahead and bring flashlights and, look around, rivers and water areas and such, the red eye will reflect, and we did see a couple of caimans, so that was really, really cool. I spotted this really cool tree frog when we got back to our place, and then one night my mom and I were actually heading back from dinner, and we saw this huge tarantula, and it actually kind of creeped us out because we were scared if we were to cross paths with it, if it was going to come at us or something. So that was really, really cool to see, because honestly I was wanting to see a live tarantula, just because I think they're actually pretty cool spiders, but they do kind of creep me out when I do see them in the wild, because again, these are wild animals and they could do whatever they want. And then, as I mentioned before, we did end up seeing a sloth when we went to the tree house, and it was so hard to see. These guys blend in. Without these guides, I probably just wouldn't have seen half the animals that I've seen, just because they're so used to the wildlife. But this sloth looked like just a dead leaf, and we had a telescope, so here's the picture that I took through the telescope, and you can see it's kind of bundled up and just, chilling. And fun fact about these guys is that they can spend weeks up in these canopies, and then they only come down so often to just go to the bathroom, because they don't want to leave any trail to predators. And other than that, that was pretty much it for the whole entire rainforest journey. It was awesome to experience, because one of our goals as a family was to reach the Amazon rainforest before it could be practically gone in the future. Who knows, with deforestation, which is pretty sad, but we really wanted to get a chance to see what it's like to really live in the Amazon rainforest, and it is absolutely crazy. So that pretty much wraps it up for the second vlog, which was the rainforest. The next vlog will feature one day in Quito, experiencing Quito and the city, and then we head off to the Galapagos Islands. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you are interested in more content, you can check out my main channel, which is Bluefierce. If you like this video, don't forget to go ahead and leave it a like. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys in the next Ecuador vlog.